The last few weeks was probably the most difficult time in my whole entrepreneurial journey. Yes, I've been under stress before when I was a student and when I just started working, but I never had such a high expectations from myself before, and also I didn't have this financial responsibility which I have right now. My struggles in business combined with the stomach infection which I got a few weeks ago, and it was keeping me awake every single night, so for the whole month I was totally underslept, which completely ruined my productivity and overall mood. By no surprise, I was pretty grumpy and I've been seeing life from the negative point of view, and I think all these things combined pretty much fucked up my nervous system. So I made a difficult decision that this is going to be my last video, in which I don't win. It's time for a new chapter. It's 9 p.m. now, and today, the whole day, I was doing user interviews, which is amazing. I get so many insights, and I'm really happy that I took the step before building, before implementing. I have one more call right now, and then 2 more calls. Today I had like 5 user interviews in total for 2 of my ideas. Even for shitty version, because it will be, buggy in the beginning. Receive an email with Google Drive link, and you have
that you have a flight and the rest is like
that much, just a little bit, not a lot.
And we still update the Airtable.
all of the times I'll do like a 1 by 1 more than a 4 by 4.
Yeah.
And somehow they clean it up so well and make it so odorless.
Even to receive the data, we need a webhook, which doesn't work because they didn't pay.
First, at this point, although I see what you're talking about, talking about pasta, I think I'm at the point where...
So it's almost 11 p.m. and I just finished my last and 10th call for today. So I had 10 calls today. And there are some days when I think like nothing is happening, but today was the day when like I literally had like no time to eat. And there were calls like work related, project related, there were calls with my subscribers, which is always super inspiring, and I encourage everyone to book a call with me. There's link in the description. It's so amazing to get to know the people from the other side of the screen.
I'm Markus. I'm from Germany. I came to Bali since 3 years for 3 months each to skip the winter in Europe. It's not even about the weather, it's like the paradise feeling, jumping on the scooter, going barefoot in bath shorts to my gym, to the beach, to the beautiful cafes, all these options you got here. Because Uluwatu for me has the perfect mix of jungle, paradise, beach life and developed it's a village, but for me it's developed like a real city because all of the restaurants, cafes, opportunities, yoga spots, spas, you can do so much in every kind of activity, sports, treatments, massages and rejuvenating stuff as well. I have a marketing agency. I'm doing websites, SEO, SEA and meta ads for German businesses.
Imagine there is somebody like in a small German town or anywhere in the world who is dreaming about living in Bali like you, going to fitness and beach and work from here online. What would you suggest to them? What would be your advice?
My advice would be first, set everything up. If you're in Germany, consider what can I do for a living that I'm not bonded to a certain spot, so I can do it online. And if you found something you can market online or a service you can provide online, then try to make your living at least like 3-4k a month and pack your bags.
But then imagine like you have this kind of support, some assistance in your pocket. Like, what would be like #1 thing which you find valuable and say, yeah, it adds value to my life, even with your level of awareness?
I love to make it easy and in terms of funny and play. So I have this app where I'm learning new things every day. It's called Brilliant.
Okay.
And there is a function where you're charging streaks for every day you go into the app and learn something.
Yeah.
And then you collect points for every task you're doing, for every thing you're learning new.
Yeah.
And these points are collected every week. And on every Sunday, the first 10 in your league are leveling up to a new league.
Nice.
And I love, like, every Sunday I'm looking like, okay, where am I in the league, because I want to level up every week into a new league. So then I do like more and more just to level up on new league.
Nice, man. That's a good hint.
I love this kind of play.
Yeah. So as I said in one of my previous videos, that I put product discovery as my #1 priority before building anything new. So thank you, Markus, for being one of the first ones who volunteered. And who knows, maybe this product will influence your life positively. Let's see. So today in Bali we celebrate Nyepi. It's so-called Balinese New Year, which is followed by a day of silence. And I will explain you in 20 seconds what it's for. They built these paper statues of demons in order to make this huge festival. So all the demons which live in Bali, they kind of get hyped and they get out of like caves and the place where they hide. And tomorrow everyone will go silent. Everyone sits at home, you are not allowed to use electricity, like you cannot be outside. So all the demons who left their disguise are going to be very disappointed. They're like, what's going on? Like, there's nothing to do here, so they leave the island. It's like a purification for the people, purification for the islands, and it happens every day. I think it's a very, very beautiful tradition. I just want to show you like a glimpse of that. What's your name?
My name is Alison.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
And how long you live in Bali?
Almost a year. I do real estate to build villas.
So what are your plans for tomorrow? Like the whole day of silence?
I'm staying at home, staying in. It's the silence day in Bali. So it's my first NFB.
What do you love the most about living in Bali?
The local people, the weather.
I cannot stop being surprised that Bali is such a unique place on the planet. Taking into account the speed of development, how they preserve their culture, how this culture is peaceful, beautiful, welcoming, and I know very original. I'm still being fascinated even after 2 years living here with all these traditions, which are so interesting and they're so different from anything else I've seen. But Balinese people, they invite everyone to join. Balinese people are very welcoming, and everyone who lives here, who visits Bali, can experience this exactly as locals. So that's what I really, really love about it. Good morning, everyone. Today is Silence Day in Bali. It means we all stay at home. We don't use lights. We don't make any noises. But of course, inside the villa we can move. But in general, it's an opportunity for everyone to have like a calm day and really kind of spend some time thinking, reflecting, meditating, whatever. So I have like a full agenda for today, to be honest. Q1 retrospective and working on my vision and scripting the videos. No work today, just trying to be like really focused, doing the homework, like chasing the saw, sharpening the saw, because in a few days I'll present my vision in front of my accountability group. It's a very vulnerable moment, but it's necessary. So I will share the updates with you once I'm done. But that's the plan for today, just to spend it with myself, invest a little bit of time with myself. For the context, I have my vision board in Miro, but I also have like a lot of notes in Notion, like hundreds of them. And I have my vision on the wall. I have some notes on the whiteboard which are like changing all the time, and then I have my vision here. Okay, after 2 hours I think I'm halfway done. So what I did, I just took all my notes from my other sources like my journal, my vision board, and I just made them a bullet point, and then I tried to make a story out of that, and then I asked ChatGPT to enhance and basically add how I must feel, which sensations would I have, you know, because I'm not a native English speaker, but I wanted to be like a beautiful story. And I think the version 1 is done. I will sit on this a little bit. I have some other things to do today. So far it's been a great silent day in Bali, but today I'm committed to finish it. My other task for today is to make a Q1 retrospective. As you know, I do retrospective every single week, then every single month, but the quarter is like a solid milestone which I want to spend more time reflecting on. And I'm also entering with a solid plan. I'm entering Q2 with a few achievements behind my back. So today I want to put a bit of time and energy into reflecting on Q1, planning Q2, what I will do differently. Because what's the difference between repetition and iteration? Repetition is when you do the same thing all the time, and iteration is when you do something and then you learn from this and you make it 1% better. So I see every single week, every single month and quarter as an iteration. And I want to make sure that I learn my lessons. I want to make sure that I'm aiming for this 10%, 1% improvement. So Q2 will be the time when I really push for my automation services. The whole March, I would say, I was warming up, and I call it the last dance. So either I get momentum and I finally crack it and I finally make it sustainable revenue stream, or I'll retire it entirely. Second one is in Q1 I almost didn't surf. I surfed maybe 10 times in 3 months, because I think I built a very strong connection that surfing is time consuming. But on the other hand, I live here to surf and I work for my lifestyle. That's why I will make surfing non-negotiable, and I will find the ways how to keep my energy high after surf, like with electrolyte supplements and other practices. I want to put even less effort into working out. I want to discuss with my friend who is a coach how to optimize them even more, and maybe every day have a fixed schedule and go there exactly the same time without much improvising. I want to ask one person about mentorship. It will be the first time ever doing this. But I had this idea for a while. I want to finally make it. Then my goal for Q2, as I said, I need to break even, make it to the point when I don't have financial obligations anymore. I need to learn how to use this camera, how to be comfortable filming on this camera, how to carry it with me, so it doesn't feel like a lot of effort. And my goal for Q2 is to have 500 subscribers. So we're starting now with 250, 500. I think it's a solid goal. Then launch my next project. So I want to launch a new product every quarter, and Q2 is coming, so this will be a new app. I want to hike Mountain Agung, which is the tallest mountain in Bali, and I have this idea for founder retreat, for a founder surf trip, probably this fall, and I want to come up with the concept and with the business plan just to make it viable. This will be the goals for Q2. What I also do differently. And I have more details about my rates strategy for the agency, about how to optimize my work. For example, I want to work more from the co-working space. I want to work on my negative self-talk and see all the struggles more like a building blocks for my future. And maybe on the positive side, what went well in Q1, I had quite some traction with YouTube, even though I'm starting out, but it's still more than 8,000 views in last 3 months, 200 subscribers. I closed in March with a little bit of revenue, so I earned just enough to kind of sustain my lifestyle. Here is very challenging for me to accept this one, because my expectations from myself are very different, and the number which I earned this month, I see it more I expect myself to earn 10 times more. And actually my goal for this year is to earn 10 times more than this, but I need to appreciate that it starts. I need to appreciate that it's more than last month. I think this is something which people usually don't share on YouTube, but I want to be honest with you and I want to show you my life exactly as it is. And especially in the time of AI generated content, I think being human is the most valuable part. So yeah, it's been a really tough time, to be honest. I was mostly at home, dealing with my stress, dealing with my problems on my own. I had a few delays with payments from my existing client, and another client kind of fucked me up because Usually I always charge prepaid, but this was exceptional and I charged them postpaid because they asked for, and now they don't want to process my invoice, so which put me through the situation when I'm really stretched. And all these things together combined, you think, okay, tomorrow it will be better, and you work your ass off, and tomorrow again, and I will be honest with you, I had absolutely no energy and no resources for filming because I was physically feeling bad. Like, my friends are telling me that I lost weight, that I look pale, which is true because I've been kind of sick for the last 5 weeks. But also I was feeling as such a failure all this month that I was feeling like who I am to even record myself, and it's kind of ridiculous, but this is how I felt. Every single negative experience in business is actually brings me one step closer to something which is going to click, which something which is going to work. It's all about testing. And now it's the end of March and we're entering the new quarter of the year. I take responsibility and I make a decision that I'm not going to treat myself as a failure, and I'm not going to treat my life as a failure. I make a decision to see every single attempt as success, every single attempt as learning. And this is the mindset which I'm going to take with me in the second quarter. And as I said, I really didn't feel like filming. And then I asked myself, okay, why am I even doing this? I'm doing this to inspire, first of all, myself, and also inspire others to push and keep trying. Because in this life, I had to earn everything myself. First in my career, I had to do very uncomfortable things. Moving to another country, adapting there, and growing there, and delivering pretty advanced projects, advanced things, in order to leave everything behind and then reinvent myself again. Because I believe this is where I'll be happier. And now I have to really survive with basics and offer the most basic services and do everything myself and take a huge risks every single day. And I don't record these videos for people who are fine with what they have. And I don't judge that, it's totally cool. I document this journey for people who have this itch, who want more in their life. I choose these struggles because I think this is better than to have regrets that I didn't live to my full potential. And again, and also with this channel, I have to start from zero. I have to take risks and show up every single day. Every single day I'm asking myself, like, what the fuck I'm doing? But I have to keep doing it. And on this channel I'm just showing you what it really is. But I also show myself who I am, and I discover myself with these videos. And trust me, it's very difficult to start from zero when you are in your 30s. I'm not like a crazy teenager or 20-year-old kid. I have so many things behind me which I'm really clinged to, which I'm attached to. And if I took this risk and reinvented myself and show up as I am when I'm 30, then you can do it too. We're entering second quarter 2025 with 10x mindset. So go out and make it happen. And I see you in the next video.